speech and language therapist at wordsteps.co.uk. Today I want to talk to you about speech, sound development. As a speech and language therapist, I see a lot of children that have difficulties with producing sounds. So they might not have developed the right sound for the right word. So instead of saying sea, what we swim in, they might say tea, what we drink. They want to say sea, but in actual fact they're saying tea, but they don't really realize that that's what they're doing. So one of the first things that is really important is age. Children will make different substitutions depending on their age. So as they're developing sounds, they might develop the sound and p. But as your child progresses, so around the age of 3 and 4 and 5, the intelligibility will be increasingly better. Therefore, when they start talking and you're not quite sure what they're saying, it can be frustrating both for yourself and for your child. Your child is trying to say something and you go, what was that? Well, I'm not quite sure what you're saying. So it's really, really important that if you do know what your child is saying, don't ask, can you repeat that please? Or don't say, oh, that's not the way we say it. But always be very encouraging with your child and be so playful. So you might say something like, oh, you're right. You want to go and swim in this sea. Oh, that's right. I love this sea. Oh, great. The water in this sea is quite cold. So this is called recast and remodeling by Caroline Bowen. So you're repeating the word that your child hasn't been unable to say, and you say it again and again and again. So if your child, for example, wants to wear a cape but says, oh, mummy, tape, instead of correcting and saying, oh, tape, what do you mean by tape? You actually give him the correct model. And you say, oh, yes, would you like the cape? Would you like the red cape or the blue cape? Oh, Superman wears a cape. Oh, and as you put the cape on, you might say, oh, you look amazing with your cape. Maybe even mummy will wear a cape. So this is the development of the sound k. So your child, instead of being able to say k, they say t at the front. So as a speech therapist, it's really important that your child understands where do we need to make that sound. So I often talk about a back sound. So have a look at the mirror and say, look, when I make that sound, k is right at the back of my mouth. And look, my mouth is wide open. K, k, and I touch the back of my throat. But when I say the sound t, t, t is at the front of my mouth. So it's just about, so when you're there brushing your teeth, then you can just say, oh, look, my tongue is just at the front of my teeth when I make the sound t, t, or when I make the sound d, d. But do you know, when my mouth is wide open, k, k, or g, g, I make it right at the back of my mouth. Some children find it really difficult to move their tongue, so they end up going t, t. So they do open their mouth, but they actually close it. So I use a magic finger and we press the tip of the tongue. K, k. So as your child is trying to move the tongue forward, in actual fact, you're asking to making it back. So what is really important is that you're always positive. And when your child is trying to say key and end up saying tea, that we drink, you can say, you're right, it's a key. Remember, that needs a magic finger. I hope you find that's very useful. If you've got any questions, do write something just below. Bye bye.